In the city of Kusinagara, packed with people and animals, there was a king named Kosutham. His queen, Chawiwan, was known for her kindness. They had 3 sons together. The oldest was Komet, calm and well-behaved. The middle one was Komon, kind and honest. And the youngest was Komin. But Komin wasn't like his 2 big brothers. Because the moment he was born, he had a red cloth wrapped around him, and a jade bracelet was stuck tight on his left wrist, like it had been part of him since he was born. Komin had a best friend named Maska, who was always by his side, playing and hanging out together. As they got older, it became clear that red cloth wasn't just some regular cloth, and that jade bracelet could actually turn into a weapon. Even though he had magical stuff with him, King Kosutham still seemed to like his older sons more. Then one day, the king ordered Komet and Komol go train with a hermit up in the mountains, but he didn't mention Komin at all. Komin just stood there, watching his brothers ride off through the gates. He couldn't understand why his dad didn't choose him too. It hurt deep down, but he didn't say a word. He just kept it to himself. At least he still had Maska by his side. Maska was the son of a top city official named Apiman. One day, Komin and Maska snuck out of the city and headed down to the beach for some fun. That's where they ran into Akki, son of the Naga King, Kato. Akki talked down to them, and that started a fight. Komin lost it. He yanked off his jade bracelet and hit Akki with it. Akki dropped to the ground, completely still, not breathing. Maska freaked out and grabbed Komin's arm, then dragged him back into the city as fast as he could. On the way, they ran into Nakka, soldier of Kato, who had just come looking for Akki. Nakka saw Akki lying there, not moving. He got shocked and super angry. He figured out right away that the boys did it, and he went after them on the spot. Maska jumped in front to block the attack. Komin watched his best friend die right in front of him. He snapped and let out all his rage on Nakka. The young prince broke down in tears over his friend, who was gone, his one and only true friend. When King Kato, the Naga King, heard his son was dead, his rage exploded. He led the Naga army out of the underwater kingdom. The ocean shook, and his roar echoed across the sea. Kato's army surrounded the city walls, and he went to see King Kosutham. He demanded they hand over Komin for punishment, or else he'd flatten the whole city. After the talk, the king was really stressed out. He didn't know what to do. Apiman blamed Komin, saying he was the reason this whole mess happened. King Kosutham still couldn't decide whether to give up Komin. The queen, sensing his decision, rushed to warn her son to run away fast. When Komin heard, he decided to sneak out that very night. As soon as Kato found out Komin had run away, he started chasing him. Komin climbed Mount Kalis, going through thick forests and steep paths until he stumbled on a hermit meditating deep in the woods. This hermit was Sage Sumet. Komin walked up to him and bowed with respect. The sage could sense the prince's troubled fate, so he reached out to help and took him in as his student. Komin stayed with the hermit learning magic and how to control his powers. When the sage felt Komin was ready, he told him it was time to head back down. Kathon sent his Naga troops to find Komin again. Right when Komin came back from Mount Kailas, they came face to face at the foot of the mountain. Big fight broke out. Komin won and captured Kathon. He brought him back to see the king, his father, and made Kathon swear an oath. Kathon swore he'd never attack again, and so the city of Kusinagara was saved from disaster. But Minister Apiman still held a deep grudge against the prince, because Komin was the reason Maska had died.